increase and bring new business for the company.
Cool. So let's see how that goes in.
In this case,
I'll just... Oops. What am I even doing?
English, French, you need
There we go. Can just Control-C, Command-V with an IO as well.
case, English, French, Spanish, and Italian has helped me increase and bring new business for the company.
Okay, that's cool. That's a very close match already. I'm getting lucky with these, but there's a little bit of work to be done.
English,
In fact,
in this case, English,
maybe there's a little bit of double action there.
language in this case, English,
That's perfect. I get really lucky with these for some reason.
case, English, French, Spanish, and Italian has helped me increase and bring new business for the company.
Now, if we just rather than have a long close-up here, we have cutaway footage of Sarah on the phone. Always getting her hair out the way. So that's quite nice. So let's just think about how we can...
Italian has helped me increase and bring new business for the company.
Maybe we can even slow that down a bit. If I add retime controls there, I might just want to slow it down.
Has helped me
No, that doesn't work too well.
increase and bring new business for the company. Has helped, and Italian has helped me increase. Has helped.
And I don't
Italian
like
has
that timing.
Italian
I think towards the end of Italian.
Spanish and Italian has helped me increase and bring new business for.
And I think I'll just slip that over. Oops. So that we start there.
Has helped
Okay.
me increase and bring new business for the company.
Now, as I said before, if we're going to cut to a different contributor here, I want to extend this to make a bit of an overhang. That way we get a J-cut. We'll hear them before we see them. So let's start thinking about what is going to be next at this point. We have reshuffled this quite considerably, but I expected to do that here. I'm going to get rid of all of these markers because they're no use anymore.
New business for the company.
I love the fact that my job is making a positive impact on people's lives. I like to have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well.
A huge amount.
Cool, so that could be useful before we transition into the next bit. So again, cutting in on a close-up, probably not a great idea. Let's see if we can get the mid of that one.
Yeah, I love the fact that my job is making a positive impact on people's lives. I like to have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well, and I definitely do.
Okay, I like this take of that.
Job is... Yeah, I love the fact...
So we're going to need to retime this a little bit as well.
Yeah, I love the fact that my job is making a positive impact on people's lives. I like to have...
Okay, we need to cut out that. We need to cut that out, and we're going to use a cutaway again to hide that. So let's just get out the razor.
people's lives. I like to have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well.
And I'll just cut it there. So we need a cutaway here. Let's see what we've got. We do have Ella with a colleague. There we go. And she leans a bit back out of focus there, but it could be fast. We definitely need to speed that one up.
Positive impact on people's lives. I like positive impact on people's lives. I like to have that ability to make people
Cool, so this is coming along.
is making a positive impact on people's lives.
And then we can push it back over here a little bit. We can put it quite close to the cut we
Impact on
want to
people's
hide.
lives. I like to have
And there's a little bit of a breath in there that we can trim down as well. In fact, we could even put it right on the
I
edit.
like to have that ability.
Let's just go straight in, see what we can do to try and get the transition just as good as we can get it here.
Lives. I like to have that ability
Cool.
on people's lives. I like to have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well. People smile over the phone.
Okay, and we can probably cut that there. So what's next? What have we
There
got?
are huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus. For instance, we have a clear, structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50% uncapped. This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly.
Okay, I like the emphasis on there. We had we made a more comprehensive highlight reel for Jake compared to the others, because that's why we're having a bit of trouble hunting down different bits here or there. So let's I think all of Jake's stuff is pretty much okay. So let's pull that all over, and then we just need to think about the kind of cutaway we're going to use.
I like to have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well.
So maybe that's a little bit closer.
Have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well.
There are huge amount.
And then I think, so this guy's good. We've already used a little bit of Bernard. We've already used a little bit here. This is another good shot. We've got all of these. This is a bit more about, colleague interactions, I think. And we've got some of this kind of prestige stuff as well. People walking around expensive looking buildings. I think we've probably gotten a lot out of the location so far. Maybe we can use that a bit more, later on. So let's take a look. I am drawn to this shot, I think. And that's a nice little bit of hand movement.
Over the phone as well.
There are huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus.
And that definitely needs retiming. A lot of these were shot in slow-mo.
As well.
There are huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus. For instance, we have a clear, structured commission scheme.
Okay, so we've hidden that bit. I want to come
instance,
back in on a mid. So let's see if we can get that. I'm pretty sure we do have that in Jake's select reel because it's a pretty...
This helps our employees save a clear, structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50%.
So let's go back.
For instance, we have a clear structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50% uncapped. This is a truly unique offering within the field.
Cool. So this is looking pretty good. Cool.
This is a truly, for instance, we have a clear.
Okay, so that's the take. That's a good one.
For instance, we have a clear
Over the phone as well.
There are a huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus. For instance, we have a clear structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50% uncapped. This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
Cool, so there's a bit of retiming to do here. So let's just...
Uncapped. This helps our employees. Uncapped. This helps our employees. 30 and 50% uncapped. This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays. This is a truly unique offering within our field. Yeah. We also offer a huge amount of
Okay, so I think
offering.
we might just have to razor blade this up a little bit as well, take out some of the breath.
Offering within our field.
Cool. Okay, so let's go over and see what we're going to do with cutaways to hide all the kind of surgery we've done here with this bit. And this, like I said, this is very common. Like, we have to, one of the big uses for cutaways is to hide all the joins and everything. So let's start thinking about what we can do. That's a good one, but for something else, already used that. Okay, that's a good one. That man has amazing hair. Anyway, moving on. I don't like that very much. That's good. He looks a bit concerned, so maybe not. There's a kind of downwards slope to the edges of his eyebrows that makes him look a little bit worried, so maybe that's not the best one. This could work. Let's just think about what we can do. So I think we can hide this joint here. I don't know, I like Incredible Hair Guy, so let's see what we can get out of this shot. I've got no idea what his real name is. We just want to get a little bit of action of, you know, businessman on the phone.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays, this is a truly unique offering within our field.
Now that I'm coming back in,
For things like house deposits, weddings, cars.
I think I really want this bit here to be a close-up when we come back in, because it's emphatic again. It's, you know, houses, cars, these amazing expensive things that people get by working at this place. It's an emphasis, so I think I probably want the close-up of that if we have it in Jake Selects.
There are a huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus. For instance, we have a clear structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50% uncapped. This is a truly unique offering within the field. This is a truly unique offering within our field. Yeah. In 50% uncapped. No, this is a truly unique offering within the field. This is a truly unique offering within our field. There are huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus.
It might be in a different part of the select reel. Hopefully it's here. Accelerate and saving money. Here we go.
People that work for us here at Projectus also have a very clear progression plan. It's called the Accelerate Plan. It's cars, holidays. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays. This helps our employees save.
So
Huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
cool.
Weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
Cool. That's coming along nicely. So I think
This is a truly
next.
unique offering within our field.
Okay, I probably want that in a wide now.
We also offer a huge amount of support for employees.
So I probably want this in a wide or a mid. So where is...
Incredible holidays. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
Or is that actually more in the... Yeah, unique offering within our field. It's up here. That's why I put it in the marker so I can find
This is
it
a
later.
truly unique offering within our field. This is a truly unique offering within the field.
Cool. That one's more immediate. I like that one.
Weddings, cars, incredible holidays. This is
And just a bit of retiming here.
this is cars, incredible holidays. This is a truly unique offering within the field.
Cool.
Yeah. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
Cool. So this is really beginning to come together.
Truly unique offering within the field. We also offer a huge
And
amount
then
of
we're
support to
talking
our
about...
employees.
Yeah. Right, let's just
50%
take a look at
uncapped.
this bit again.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays. This is
Okay, I like how this is going, but I think we need a little bit of variety back here. So we've got...
huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits.
This is a bit slow. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed this up. I'm also going to slip it along as well. Because I think I will probably want to see him kind of walk in front of the window. And I'll retime this.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly.
And then we might just put that out there, and let's just see.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things...
Okay, so...
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things... This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like...
And I think we need something else in there. Let's see what we've got. It's always the way is I can't actually find it when I want it. Let's just give me a second to take a closer look. Could use some more of this one. Now she kind of walks out of focus a bit there. No, he just looks worried there. I don't like that. I just want a shot of someone on a headset working. Maybe we could use another... I tell you what we could do. We could reframe. There we go. We've got a close-up here where he looks a bit more satisfied. There we go. That grin's a little awkward. No, he looks worried again. Okay, it will just take a few minutes to find the right kind of thing. Maybe. Oh, look, showing off the Rolex there. That's a nice one. Very deliberately showing off the Rolex there for that shot. That also looks nervous. There's a bit of Tony Blair hands there. That might work. Let's see.
Huge amounts of money very, very quickly for things like house deposits, weddings.
No, I don't like that at all. Maybe a bit more of Bernard in that case. Cool, maybe just a little bit of him looking busy on the headset will be enough.
This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly for things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays.
Okay, we cut off. Where we cut off is a little bit awkward. I want to come back to Jake. There, so let's
50%
just...
uncapped.
No, I want to keep that hand
Uncapped.
movement.
This helps our employees save.
This just takes a little while to get this to land. So... what I might actually just do is extend this a bit and just leave it at one
This helps our
shot.
employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly for things like house deposits, weddings,
Okay, that'll work for now. We might come back to that later on. So let's see what we've got here.
cars, incredible holidays. This is a truly unique offering within the field. We also offer a huge amount of support to our. We
Oh.
also offer a huge amount of support.
Okay, it's not doing that again. There's just a dropped frame issue there, but what we're going to
We
do...
also offer a huge amount of support to our employees. So in addition to the award.
So, we either use a cutaway here or we cut to a close-up on this line to hide the join.
Unique offering within the field. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
So let's just add a bit of a breath at the end of that previous clip. Because it cuts a little abruptly.
Truly unique offering within the field. We also offer a huge offering within the field. We also offer.
Because I want to just let that sit, because that's quite a big statement. I just want to let that sit for a bit, and I don't want to cut out in the middle of his hand movements either.
Truly unique offering within the field. We also offer a huge amount of support to.
And then here, I know I'm going to need either a cutaway or a close-up. We're getting a little bit reliant on just random cutaways of people at work, because we don't have a lot of super kind of relevant stuff, but we can make this work over this longer cut here, which needs a lot of retiming.
Platform we have.
My guess would be that's just the drive essentially catching up with Resolve. I've had a number of problems with my new workstation, as I've already explained, but this media appears to be sound.
Recruitment training platform we have. We also offer life coaching to our employees, which has had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
Okay, that's a good take, but we'll put a bit of cutaway over there. So let's get a close-up for this line, and this line is...
We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
Okay, cool. Let's go back to Jake's select reel.
Yeah. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
Cool, there he is. So just need to slip that a little bit, and then
We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees. So in addition to the award,
I'll just let that breathe for a little bit and I'll cut this down.
we also offer a huge amount of support to our employees. So in addition to the award-winning recruitment training platform,
Okay, that's good. And we also have hand continuity as well. He brings them together, close up, we cut back to the wide, they're still there. It's a minor detail, but it's still a nice to have. So he's talking about life coaching now.
recruitment training platform we have. We also offer life coaching.
I think, and on that breath,
We also offer life.
I probably want to cut so that when he says life coaching, we're on a shot, and these come to mind. I think this guy works for the company. Well, he'd work for the company as a freelancer if he was a life coach anyway. But let's set it up as though this guy is the life coach. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, I like that. I like the kind of laughing. I need to be careful of Jake's blurred out face getting in the way here. But actually, the kind of the end of the laugh works quite well. And then we've got a reverse of Jake, and we can cut to that. And obviously he's... because we can go from that kind of nice congenial grin to him going into business. So I think that might work quite well. So let's see how that cuts together. That one's a bit flat. I think they also, neither of them look comfortable. They're not looking at each other. They don't look away. He looks a bit disinterested there. So I think this is the better take. Let's see how this works then.
We have. We also offer life coaching to our employees, which had
And that's also slow-mo. So I'll retime that and bring it up.
we have. We also offer life coaching to our employees.
And I think it's about 50%, or well, it's double speed. Or I think it's about a 50% difference. It's kind of difficult to get my head around.
Incredibly.
So I'll put it at 150.
We also offer life coaching to our employees.
And that looks good. And then we'll put that on there as well. And we just need to retime this.
Which had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families.
So let's just take a look at this.
We have. We also offer life coaching to our employees, which had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
Okay, I think... let's just forget the speed ramps for now.
We also offer life coaching to our employees, which had an incredible...
So what if we just instead
We also offer life coaching to our employees,
keep it slow-mo and then they're just laughing,
which had an incredibly positive impact not
and
only on our
then
employees, but actually also their families and friends. Families, friends, families, we have. We also offer life coaching to our employees, which had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
cool. So I don't want it to cut there.
Which had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
Okay, and then we could cut as he leans in. And then the next line I think is Bernard.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally. Okay, so we have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks.
Cool. So maybe let's just think about this. Don't really want to come back in on a close-up. Let's just see how this cuts
Actually
together.
also their families and friends.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally. Okay, so We have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you...
Okay, we're going to hide this guy coming out of his cubicle in the background because that's quite distracting. I'm not entirely sold on the close-up here, so maybe we want to switch this around. Let's just think. Or maybe it works because, I mean, saying that we're really supported, that is quite an emphatic line as well, so maybe it deserves that emphasis.
Which had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally.
Okay, maybe that could actually work. Okay, one more
Actually also their
time.
families and friends.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally.
No, I don't. That just doesn't work for me in the close-up. So let's see what else we've got here. If I...
Build the confidence that we need to achieve our targets.
So we have a good take here in the
We
mid.
have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and then supports us personally and makes sure that we're achieving
Okay, so we cut back in on a mid. We hide some of this with cutaway. Obviously, we need to hide Cubicle Man back here.
Yes, and
And then maybe as well as this, we have a life coach. Maybe that's a more natural place for us to use the close-up. So let's go back to Bernard's selects and see if we have the right thing in a mid. Okay, so let's take a look through Bernard's selects. Now I think we have this.
so the business personally and professionally. So the business really supports us here, both personally and professionally. We have a life coach, a business coach. We're really supported here at Project.
Okay, so let's see. This was 24. We've got 24 and 25, so that's hopeful. Let's see if we've got what we need in either of these two.
Targets that we also have personal coaching.
In addition to a business coach that we receive every 2 weeks, we also have a personal coach that comes in and helps us achieve our personal targets as well.
Okay, let's just go back because not we're getting it here. So
Sure.
the business coach, okay, so comes in for you to help us. So we have a business coach.
Yep.
That visits our offices every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And let's see. Okay, we're back here. So yeah, 24, 25 should be pretty much where we're looking. So let's just take a look.
Build the confidence that we need to achieve our targets.
We have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful.
Really good. In addition to this, we also have a life coach to make sure that our purple will all perfectly.
In addition, we also have a life.
It's not mentioned, is it?
So much going on.
Perfect. So say sometimes you get lost, having mentors there really helps make it really win.
Yeah. So you can really get lost in recruitment. Having mentors there and coaches that can help you make sure you stay on track is fantastic.
Perfect. I've learned a lot on the way, and medical terminology is a second language to me now.
So I've learned a lot on the way in my time in recruitment, and medical language is like a second language to me now.
Medical terminology.
Specific medical language to be terminology.
Specialist medical knowledge. Right.
Fuck's sake.
Nearly got it. We're literally the last line.
Okay, so it's not there. Let's just take a look through what we
Often I'll
have.
go for beers with both candidates and clients in our office. No, I don't need to add that at the end.
Often, I'll
Yep.
go for a beer or a coffee with candidates and clients.
Often I'll go for beers with either candidates or clients
We want-
and
yeah,
coffee.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just normally always beers.
Yeah. Okey-dokey.
Often I'll go for a beer or coffee with candidates and clients.
Maybe we should extend that point a little more. Say like we really like having that. We really like taking that personal approach.
Yeah. Yeah. So here at Projectus, we're an international business. We get out, we travel across to different conferences.
Start with we are international. We don't start relying on the projects.
Yeah.
Okay, we are.
First thing I was excited to take away. Achieve that. I'll set myself a target next year and achieve it as well. Okay.
Very salesy, I like it.
Yeah. Did we get it? I hope so.
Okay,
not
it's
sure it's,
beginning to look like we don't actually have the mid here. There were some files missing when the client sent me all of this.
Learn every day, and it's a really demanding role.
Yeah, speaking to people, yeah. So since I joined Projectus, I've learned a huge amount. Communicating constantly with clients, candidates. Obviously, there's a lot of content online. I learn a lot from my colleagues. We're all there for each other, and it's really helped me develop and become a better recruiter.
That's really good. Really good. So now we talk about how any job, they call out what you put in.
Yeah.
They call out all
Work
that.
it. What you get from it.
It's all about what you
Yeah.
put in.
Yeah, being a dedicated recruiter in medtech, we can really sort of take the pressure, and clients can really sort of leave us to make sure we allow them to get on and grow their businesses.
All the points are there.
Just a bit better, yeah. So here at Projectus, love working. Focus on growing us up, business, and getting to my
Okay, it looks like we don't exactly have what we would like, which is a shame. So what we can probably do is I'm going to have to hide this. So let's put that back in. I'll put the Me Too back on these as well. And I'm going to have to hide that with a bit more cutaway so we can come back into this mid shot, because I want to avoid cutting to him on close-up. I know we do that earlier on. I might try and find a way to hide that as well. So let's see what we can do with the cutaways. So we've got... Oh, I know. I mean, I'm not sure why we should... it's a nice interaction. So saying we're really supported here, just having... And we don't know... We know that's Sarah. We don't know who this woman is. We could intuit that this woman here is one of the coaches. So let's see. I quite like this. We're really supported here. They're all playing checkers. They're all interacting with each other. I think that could work. So let's just see what we can do here.
Also their families and friends.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally.
Okay, so let's...
We have an experienced business coach.
Okay, so we can shuffle this. It's a bit odd that that's in like super slow. Oops. Need to watch where I'm clicking.
Families and friends.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally.
And we can cut this down a bit as well. We can trim this in. So...
And professionally. We have an experience... Projectus, both personally and professionally. We have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in.
Cool, so we can give him a bit of breathing room here. And yeah, I know I would much rather have the wide angle here, but it wasn't included in what the client sent. When we're faced with challenges like this, with what we call challenging coverage, we just have to do the best we can, and we can hide it with a bit of B-roll. What we could also do, we could put a little bit of a graphic lower third here saying, you know, exceptional support or something. It can just help kind of pull us along, but we'll see. And once we put the music track in the third pass, we'll it'll help bring the whole thing together. I mean, music does help hide a lot of problems as well, as we'll see.
We have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful.
Okay, so we need to kind of talk about the business coach. Oh, sorry, we've got the business coach, so maybe a bit of footage in here. We kind of said earlier on that this guy on the left-hand side could stand in as our business coach. I mean, he's wearing a Projectus logo pin, so he's probably a full-time employee, but let's just cut to him when we talk about the coach.
Need to do to become successful.
And give him that character. So we've got some more footage of this guy here. Yeah, so now I'm going to speed this up because people speaking in slow-mo is really odd. Like the kind of indeterminate laughing, kind of jovial stuff, that will land. Actual speaking, like visible, what we call phenomes, which are kind of, you know, syllables that we can see, they look a bit weird in slow-mo. So...
and what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition...
I think it might actually be at half speed.
Really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and then supports us personally and makes sure that we're achieving our personal goals.
Okay, so let's just think about this for a second. Okay, so this is a bit primitive right now.
Really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and then supports us personally.
So what we could do is we could just add a little bit in here. This is a bit of a long cut, and it's a little bit primitive just to have like one cut. So let's put this down a little bit.
Coach